So yeah.
I'm Bruce Rorks here from California with my now fiancee Martha, and we're just visiting some friends on her whirlwind trip around the Midwest for the first time in Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
Where in California?
Oh, Huntington Beach and Seal Beach.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, this is my first time to the Midwest, and I am enjoying it tremendously. Beautiful state up here. It's so green, and the people are just wonderful, and trying all new, different Midwestern food. That's delicious, and I'm just really enjoying this whole Midwestern tour. Thank you.
Welcome.
My name is Sarah Collins. This is my second time here. I'm no relation to other Collinses that I've found out come here. I'm actually related to Schneiders that come here. Anyway, this is being Father's Day, joy and sorrow. I have two children, two different fathers. My joy is that I have a wonderful father, my son's dad, and my son Antonio. Matthew and I have been partners in raising him, and I did not really truly know what a co-parent was until Matthew and I found out I was pregnant with Antonio, and we raised him jointly together as partners. Before that, I was married, and I do have a daughter. Unfortunately, her father and I could not co-parent, and that has caused a lot of sorrows. So in the light of Father's Day, I wanted to lift up all the fathers and all the parents and really stress, try to be a co-parent, even when it's hard. Thank you.
Welcome again.
Was there anything on YouTube or Zoom?
Okay, I'm Marcy Lovejoy.
Oh, wait, the
And-
microphone needs to be on, Marcy. Hold on.
Closer.
It was on, and then
Oh, okay.
it's tricky.
Closer, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to say if you're looking for additional joy, if you got any opportunity to go to kids' sports this summer, do so. I've just started going to my 4-year-old grandson's t-ball, and yeah, it's truly a joy. Although I'm looking forward to soccer when those young ones are just a bunch of bees following the ball, whatever. It's
Yes.
very hilarious. So enjoy your summer.
Oh, is it working? Okay. I'm Andrea Anderson, and my family just got back from Orlando, and we did all these fun things like Disney parks and stuff, and they were, kind of expensive, but so we were on our way to the beach one day in Tampa, and my husband is like parents do, they're like tunnel vision, right? Going to the beach, and then there was this huge sign for puppies, so we're like, puppies. And then that turned out to be my 14-year-old's favorite thing, was like playing with puppies that day. So, big joy.
I'm reading Matthew Schneider's comment on Zoom. He's actually right behind us, chasing his kid around. He says, happy to be here with my wonderful partner, Sarah, and my son, Antonio, even if I'm chasing him around the church.
Well, I hope you can hear us wherever your journey takes you this morning. Oh, one more up here, Mary.
Okay, thank you. I just
Can you hold it
realized-
closer?
Huh?
Hold it closer.
Okay,
There you go.
okay. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, and it's the celebration of freedom time for the African American people that was on June 19th, 1865, and it started in Galveston, Texas. But I know there's a really big program tomorrow at the high school on Lindale in 98th from 11 to 4. It should be an interesting thing to.
Thank you, everyone. Before we sing our musical response, I want to offer this blessing for Father's Day. For the fathers, grandfathers, stepfathers, fathers-in-law, and other fatherly figures who were always there for us, who nurtured us and protected us, those who modeled compassion and courage, who share their humor, their values, their dreams, and their wisdom. We celebrate you and offer the blessing of our deepest gratitude, admiration, and love. For those among you who carry grief and sorrow as part of your fatherhood, those who did not get to see their children as often as they would like due to distance or custody arrangements, those who have complicated relationships with their offspring due to disputes, dysfunction, addiction, and other family challenges, and those who know the deepest grief of mourning the death of a child. We acknowledge the complication of this day for you, and we offer you the blessings of our compassion, support, and love. For those among us who carry the wounds of relationships with unhealthy fathers, those who experienced abuse and neglect, those who were abandoned and never knew their fathers, those whose fathers, for whatever reason, were not able to be the fathers they should be. We acknowledge the complications of this day for you, and we offer you the blessing of our presence to you alongside our love and support. As this is a day to recognize fathers and father figures in our lives, may our hearts be opened and kind in holding the full range of feelings that Father's Day brings to us. Blessed be and amen. Will you please join me in singing our song response, which is a cappella, led by me. Oh, it's not a cappella. Our Sunday offering all summer long is going to a project that we're working on with First Unitarian Society and the Dakota UU congregation to raise money and to support our commitment to settle, is it 3 refugee families total, right, that are coming here soon? Do we have a date yet? Not yet. Sometime this summer. Sounds like July, maybe. Social Action, Racial Justice team are among us today. So they'll be coming soon. This is an expensive endeavor to bring 3 families to the United States, but we're committed to doing this work. As I said, 100% of the offering goes to support that this summer, so please give generously. Thank you. They say a dad joke becomes a dad joke when it becomes a parent. There you go. Dad jokes are short, they're corny, punny, and they elicit groans as much as they elicit laughter usually. So what better way to celebrate Father's Day than by sharing the cheesy delight of dad jokes? So we have an open mic here that's open for you to come up and share a dad joke that you might know. But I realize that some of you may not be prepared, and so I have a whole basket of dad jokes. So I invite you, whoever wants to come up and share personally chosen dad jokes by me with those gathered today. So let's have an open sharing of that. You can just form a line right here, and please tell the dad joke that you pick, and then take it back with you to your seat so we don't have any repeats. Come on. Who's coming? There's a microphone right there for you, Glenn. You have one?
Did you hear the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it.
What did the snowman say to the other snowman? Do you smell carrots?
So for my last birthday, a friend, my partner's daughter, gave me a daily calendar of really bad dad jokes. So I'd like to share some of those with you. Dad, can I go to the fair with my friends tonight? No, I grounded you 2 days ago, remember? No, fair. Now you're catching on. All right, what did the loaf say when it was finished baking? I'm ready. Don't worry, I didn't bring all 365. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun had gone. Then it dawned on me. And lastly, I got into an argument with my friend about how to measure angles. It was a protracted conversation.
These are the only two jokes that I know, so I'm going to claim them as mom jokes. A duck went into a pharmacy and got some chapstick, and he took it to the clerk, and he told the clerk, "Put it on my bill." And then the next one is a riddle. What's high in the middle and round on both ends? Have you never been to Ohio?
This is in honor of my husband, who is a dad joke teller all day long. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, so he asked me to tell this joke. He once submitted 10 jokes to a pun contest, really, really hoping that he would win. He was so excited. He said, "I am so good at writing puns. I know they're going to pick at least one of these." He was so excited to get the results to see which one won. No pun intended.
Being from Wisconsin, there's a joke I had to tell for my fiance's benefit. How do you know when a piece of cheese is not, what kind of cheese is not yours? Nacho cheese. Did you hear about the broken guitar for sale? It comes with no strings attached.
What do pigs do in the snow? They build pigloos.
Anybody else want to brave the open mic this morning?
John told us this one last Sunday at golf, but he's not here today, so I'll tell it. What did the 0 say to the 8? Nice belt.
Oh.
I learned this one from my brother. He's a dad of 4. What happens when a bear gets sprayed by a skunk? You get Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Attire. All right. So let's talk about fathering a bit today. Oh, Eric just came in. Eric, do you have any dad jokes to share before I go on with more unpacking Father's Day remarks? Up here, we have an open mic. I have a basket here, you can.
I know one off the top.
Okay.
Why did the old man fall in, why did the old man fall into the well? Couldn't see that well.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. Thank you. You want another?
Oh, I have them prepared on my phone. I had to grab my phone. Which one? I don't like this one. I'm gonna come back
Oh, well, okay,
at the end.
at the end. Addie, you have one more? Because your dad tells you them all the time?
He refuses to come up. What do you call water that's 20 years old? H2O.
Ah. Wait, 20 is aged? Ooh. Oh, here we go. He's got some more.
I took a screenshot of this one. This is really good.
You can move that mic up.
for Eric. We bought him a dad joke book for Father's Day. There's so many in here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it first. All right. Did you hear about the breaking in at the parking garage? It was wrong on so many levels.
Okay, this is the one that I remember that I thought was funny. So, customer walks in to the bagel shop and he says, "Hey, I want to buy a bagel with cream cheese." And the cashier says, "But we only take cash." And then the manager says, "Son, I gotta have a talk to you." I don't know why I like that one so much.
I'll do one more here. Oh, I like this one. Is my mic on? There we go. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! All right. Thank you all. So let's talk about Father's Day a little bit. Or fathering on Father's Day. So in the last 100 years or so, the ideas about what it means to be a good father have changed. To be fair, a lot of other things have changed in the last 100 years as well, like almost everything. Progress keeps progressing, and sometimes at what seems to be a very rapid rate, and we might often even feel like some adaptation fatigue of all the changes that go on in our life constantly, right? But in the midst of all of this change, things that we have to adapt to, our cultural norms have changed and shifted, and they continue to do so. We are currently in the midst of a gender revolution, which was preceded by the sexual revolution that some of you were around for in the 60s, right? And feminist movements that came before that. So gender roles and gender norms have changed tremendously in the last 100 years, and they're continuing to change in these last couple of generations. So just a few generations ago, the norm for fathers would have been to be the head of the household, the primary, if not sole, usually sole breadwinner. They were expected oftentimes to be the primary disciplinarians. Just wait till your father gets home. That discipline often, unfortunately, came in the form of abuse that could be mental, emotional, or physical. The ways that fathers taught lessons were not always pleasant, as experienced by the very phrase, "teach you a lesson," coming to have negative connotations, leaving us feeling uneasy sometimes when somebody says that to us. Thank goodness times have changed. Doesn't mean they're perfect, but they have changed. And fathers are no longer expected to be domineering. They're no longer expected to be emotionally unavailable at all. They are now expected to parent in full partnership with their co-parent, as we've heard evidence of this morning, share in the more nurturing side of parenting, which they were denied for so much of humanity's history. And this is in part thanks to the sexual and gender revolutions that we undergo. What has evolved out of this is a whole new side of dad, not often seen in previous generations, but sometimes seen. This is the silly, goofy dad. And it is a huge benefit to our society as a whole. So what I want to do today is take a look at the silly, goofy dad and take a look at dad jokes as a parenting tool of the modern age. Now, first of all, studies have shown time and time again, and we've talked about this before, that laughter is really good medicine. So here's a quick reminder list of how laughter benefits our bodies, minds, and spirits. Laughter improves vascular function. It lowers blood pressure, releases endorphins, which can lower pain and discomfort, increases antibody production, improving immunity, relieves mental and emotional stress, improves mood, and lifts your spirit. all those things, all those great things that laughter does. Now, the awesome thing about these benefits is that they're contagious, because laughter is, by its own nature, contagious. So the giver and the receiver experience all of the healthy benefits, as do those who might be witnessing it. So I'm sure we all know, because we get that pleasure on our small screens watching those silly videos, right? We see other people laugh, and then we laugh. This means that dads being goofy and silly and having fun releases and reduces stress and unease in their children, as well as themselves and anyone else who might be bearing witness to their antics. So the whole family or whole communities benefit from dads being funny dads. And what about the dad jokes themselves, which elicit as many groans and eye rolls as they do laughs? What specific purpose might they serve? Well, I looked it up. And an ABC News reports that a study published by the British Psychological Society took a deep dive into dad jokes and found that even though they're cringy, dad jokes have the capacity to make us better humans. Humor researcher, that's a great job, Mark Hy Knudsen, wrote that dad jokes are often derided as dumb, but actually they're the opposite. Part of what makes them funny is simply that they're not funny. Right? The fact that they're so unfunny is actually what makes us laugh. This has two benefits researchers saw in kids. One is that it shows them that their father figure is willing to embarrass himself repeatedly. The second was that it subconsciously teaches kids to be all right with awkwardness and how to respond to it. According to the researcher, kids continually exposed to eye-rolling humor build up a natural immunity to judgment and embarrassment, and became adults who felt more empowered to be themselves, to be awkward, to make fun of themselves in a healthy way. It's good for everybody. Dad jokes. Who knew? There's research, science, people. But that's not all that these things do. Remember those shifting gender norms. Because dads put themselves in the role of being part of the joke by being willing to be the root of embarrassment in telling these unfunny jokes, they are doing their part to shift power, which has held up this oppressive patriarchal system since early on in most civilization of humanity, right? They're making a power shift. Fathers are no longer then expected to be the epitome of days gone by, restrictive assumptions of manhood and equally restrictive notions of fatherhood, but instead today are encouraged to be fully human, expressing a full range of emotions and participating equally in all aspects of parenting, including letting themselves be the fall guy just for the sake of a laugh. And so today, we take time to recognize Father's Day. Let us not only recognize the breadth and depth of feelings and celebration that comes with that, but let us also recognize the way that fatherhood is changing in a way that invites all of us into a broader expression of our full humanity. Happy Father's Day. I also want to lift up some other celebrations happening this week worthy of our attention. Though every day should be a celebration of pride and freedom, this week coming, we pause in particular recognition of our history, our achievements, and our ongoing commitments to liberation, justice, and equality. As Mary mentioned earlier, Juneteenth is tomorrow, and that's a federal holiday in the United States, commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans, deriving its name from the combination of June and 19th. It's celebrated on the anniversary of the order issued by Major General Gordon Granger on June 19, 1865, which proclaimed freedom for the slaves in Texas. It took a while for the message to get all the way to that western part of the United States at that time. Here in June, here is a Juneteenth celebration here in Bloomington tomorrow. As Mary mentioned, that's at Kennedy High School tomorrow from 11 to 4. There's going to be music and food and art and vendors. And though Juneteenth has been celebrated by the Black community and recognized in some states since its beginning in 1865, it's taken more than 150 years for it to become recognized as a federal holiday, which it was a couple of years ago. So we celebrate that. And now, as it's a federal holiday, it's up to us to lift this holiday up, that it might gain as much in popularity as Independence Day or Memorial Day or Labor Day, as a holiday of great merit for our nation. So I'll be at that celebration tomorrow. It'll be my first Juneteenth celebration, and I hope if some of you are able to make it, that you come out and check it out as well. Next week is also Twin Cities Pride Festival, which celebrates LGBTQ pride. Pride commemorates the Stonewall Uprising, which occurred in late June in 1969. The uprising saw members of the queer and trans communities pushing back against police brutality and discrimination, building into a liberation movement that continues today. I did want to mention that Minnesota Valley is planning on having a presence at Bloomington Pride this year, which is on Sunday, September 10th. And that you should all look for signs or sign-up sheets to help out with that, probably in August. And if you're interested in helping with organizing that, you can talk to me or a member of the Social Action Racial Justice Committee. So in honor of these celebrations of justice and liberation, whether it's the justice and liberation of changing gender norms for fatherhood, or whether it's justice and liberation for African Americans and LGBTQ folks, I've chosen this song, which is a simple song. It's by Leah Morris, who became popular among UU communities during the pandemic. She's a singer-songwriter and kind of on the border of UUism and UCC, and she put out a lot of songs and videos during that time. And this is a great song by her that is joyful, and I hope you enjoy it today. It's called Everything is Possible.
Everything is possible, this I know, this I know, this I know. Everything is possible, this I know. I'm bountiful and free, bountiful and free, where I'm supposed to be. Everything is possible, this I know. I'm bountiful and free. Everything is possible, this I know. This I know, this I know, everything is possible, this I know. I'm bountiful and free, bountiful and free, where I'm supposed to be. Everything is possible, this I know. I'm bountiful and free. Everything is possible, this I know. Everything is bountiful and free. Bountiful. Everything is I'm bountiful and free. Everything is possible. Everything is bountiful and free. Bountiful. Everything is I'm bountiful and free. Everything is possible. Everything is bountiful and free. Bountiful. Everything is bountiful and free. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. I'm bountiful and free. Bountiful. Everything is possible. I'm bountiful and free. And I can certainly choose to believe the opposite. I can look for and find evidence to the contrary, or I can choose to believe that I am powerful, that I am possible, and that anything I imagine is possible when I focus on that possibility, on my possibility of becoming in the direction of my dreams, of my desires, starting in this moment. So you are bountiful, you are free, and you are possible. I'll see you again soon.
So Leah's channel on YouTube is just This Is Leah. So if you look that up on YouTube, you'll find her channel. And she's prolific in putting out music. And she also does a lot with kids. So sometimes there's music with kids. And she also has a Patreon site where you can support her. Like, I think I do like $5 a month to support her music. So that's a wonderful thing that you can do to support musicians like Leah. And please, if you liked what you saw, check it out. She's got just a lot of really incredible things on YouTube and on her website. So will you all please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice? We extinguish this flame. And I close with these words today. Love is the spirit of this congregation. May the laughter we share celebrate this love. May the lives we lead embody this spirit. And may you all go forth seeking peace and delight in the days to come.